G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitars Already Here song tutorial. In this lesson, I'll teach you how to play Die With A Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, and I absolutely love this track. What a great song. For the basics, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you won't need a capo. In this lesson, I'll teach you more or less how Bruno Mars actually plays this live based off the performances I've seen online. Now, if you're on Master Your Chords back and front, then be sure to head over to guitarsalreadyhero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. And finally, if you're fairly new guitar and you're looking to build a strong, solid foundation whilst having a lot of fun, then be sure to check out the Guitars Already Hero Premium course and membership, which gives you all the guidance to play with confidence. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Let's jump into the lesson. Okay, now in terms of tone, I've just got a clean amp channel. I've got a reverb with some modulation on it and a delay, and that's pretty much it. And on my Strat here, I'm using the middle pickup. Let's start with the intro, which is also used in the break and the outro. And it's really nice and simple. There's just two chords. We're gonna start with an A major 7. Now, I like to play it like this because it makes our transition to our D major 7 pretty simple. So ring and pinky fingers on the 2nd frets of the 4th and 2nd string, and then middle finger onto the 1st fret of the 3rd string. We strum from the 5th string onwards. That's our A major 7. And then we're gonna go to a D major 7. So we just shift this exact shape up to 6th and 7th frets. Our index finger will come up and hit the 5th fret of the 5th string. Now we wanna keep the 6th string muted as well whilst we strum this chord. And to do that, you can lightly touch it with your index finger as you're fretting down that 5th string. You can bar the index finger to hit the 5th fret of the 1st string as well, or you can mute that 1st string. It's completely up to you. I'll be muting it and just focusing on the middle 4 strings. The strumming pattern used for this intro is quite simple, and it's used basically throughout the entire song. It's just down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And this song's at 6/8 timing, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna play that strumming pattern twice for each chord, and the intro, break, and outro will sound like this. Now the verse is identical to the intro and break. It's just repeated through twice, the A major 7 to the D major 7. Next is the pre-chorus. There's 2 lines of chords here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the D major 7 here instead of the A major 7. So we're gonna play D major 7 for 2 full bars and then go to our A major 7. So we swap that order. Then we go to a C sharp minor 7. So to play that, index finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string. We're gonna bar that index finger, put our ring finger on the 6th fret of the 4th string and middle finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Again, you want that 6th string muted, and we can do that by lightly touching the 6th string with your index finger as you hit that 5th string. C sharp minor 7 for 2 full bars, and then we go to an F sharp 7 sus4. So we're gonna bar our index finger across the 2nd frets, ring and pinky will go onto the 4th frets of the 5th and 3rd string. We're gonna strum this for 1 bar only, so down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, and then go to an F sharp 7. So we're gonna lift our pinky finger and our middle finger will come onto that 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And with that F sharp 7, we're gonna strum it and just pause. So the last 2 chords. And the pre-chorus in total. Next we get to chorus 1 and 2. We're gonna start with a B minor 7. So that's the same as our C sharp minor 7, just down at 2nd and 4th frets. So we're gonna strum this for 1 bar. Now, what Bruno Mars actually does in this 2nd bar is he just keeps playing that B minor 7 because There's other instruments in the background that are hitting that low E, making the chord actually a B minor over E. So he's just staying on that B minor 7, and the other instruments are implying that E note in the background, that change to the bass. What we can do though, if we're playing this solo on guitar, is actually play a B minor 7 over E. So what you can do is you can actually let that open 6th string ring with your B minor 7. Or what you could do is make it even more prominent by lifting your ring finger and barring your index finger across the 2nd frets of the 5th, 4th, and 3rd, and keeping your middle finger there on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and hitting that open 6th string. I'll be doing this B minor 7 over E, but you could either keep playing a B minor 7 or just add in the low E string if you wanted to. Then for the 3rd bar, we go up to our C sharp minor 7, and then finally we'll end with an F sharp minor, which looks like this. So bar our index finger across the 2nd frets and our ring and pinky finger on the 4th fret of the 5th and 4th string. So that's the first line of chords, which sounds like this. Now, one little thing that we can add though to make this sound a little more interesting is for that F sharp minor, in the second half of the bar, instead of continuing on with another down, down, up, down, up, what we can do is play some ascending notes from that F sharp note. So we can go F sharp, so 2nd fret, and then the G sharp, the 4th fret, and up to A. And that's on the 4, 5, and 6 beat. 4, 5, 6. And in total for the final bar. And together with the other chords. Now that first line of chords is played through twice, and then for the second line of chords, we start off the same way with the B minor 7 and the B minor 7 over E, but then we go to an A chord. So Bruno Mars actually plays the A chord way up here, so 12th fret of the 5th string, and what we can do is bar our ring finger across the 14th frets of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, like that. Or you can just play the power chord as well, it's completely up to you. And then down to an E/G sharp. So we're gonna keep our ring finger where it is, and then shift our index finger down to the 11th fret of the 5th string, and middle finger comes onto the 13th fret of the 3rd string. So that's an E/G sharp, so from our A, E/G sharp, then an F sharp minor here, so looks like that, and then our C sharp minor 7. Now those 4 chords are all played for half a bar instead of a full bar, which will sound like this. So that's how you'll actually see Bruno Mars play it. Now, if you're on an acoustic guitar and you don't want to play that high, what you can do is actually play the A here, like this bar chord, and then E/G sharp, like this, down to our F sharp minor here, and then up to our C sharp minor 7. So that would look like this if you wanted to play an acoustic guitar in a lower register. So that's the second line of chords, which will sound like this. And I'm going to play the Bruno Mars way up here at the 12th fret for our A. And for the third line of chords, we go to our B minor 7 for 1 full bar. And for the second bar, I just end with an E5. So I'm just hitting the open E string and the B note there, the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So that will sound like this. Now what we can do to make that sound more interesting is add some more ascending notes. So for the second half of this B minor 7, we're going to go 2nd fret, 4th, 5th. Now that's on the 5th string here. And in total, chorus 1 and 2 will sound like this. Next is the bridge, which is quite simple because it's basically just that first line of chords in our chorus. So our B minor 7, B minor 7 over E, C sharp minor 7, and F sharp minor. So pretty simple, and we're playing the same strumming pattern as the rest of the song as well. In the solo section, the rhythm is identical, except we can add some of those ascending notes to make it sound a bit more interesting. The final thing to learn is chorus number 3, which differs very slightly to chorus 1 and 2. What we're going to do is add an extra line of chords here. So we insert some chords in between the second and third line of chords of chorus 1 and 2. For this line of chords, we have B minor 7, then we go to a C sharp 7. So we're going to move our ring and pinky fingers up to the 4th frets of the 5th and 3rd strings. Middle finger will come onto the 3rd fret of the 4th, and index finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. We'll just focus on those middle 4 strings for the C sharp 7. Then we have an F sharp minor, and then a B chord. So it's a B major. You can play that using your ring finger to bar across those 4th frets, or using your middle ring and pinky finger. It's completely up to you. I'll be using my ring finger to bar there. So that third line of chords. And then the 4th line of chords we already know. And that's it for chorus 3. If you want to see in context, go to the playthrough at the end of this lesson. Alright, so now I'm going to teach you the lead guitar solo. Now our tone's changed a little bit. I've got a tube screamer on my tone to add that distortion. I'm using my neck pickup here, so it's a little bit fatter, and I've backed it off a little bit on the reverb. We're going to start on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. For the first half of this bar, we're going to hit it once, and then pluck it 4 more times with the down, down. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. For the second half on the 4, 5, 6 beat, we're going to hit this one more time, go up to 7th fret, and then 9th fret. So we play that twice, so the first 2 bars are the same. For the 3rd bar, we slide up to the 13th fret of the 3rd string. So you can slide up from anywhere, and the rhythm's going to be the same as well. So down, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. And then for the 4th bar, down to the 11th fret with the exact same rhythm. So in total, the first line of tab. For the second line of tab, the first 2 bars are the same as the first line of tab. Now for the 3rd bar, instead of the 13th fret of the 3rd string, we're going to go up to the 12th fret of the 2nd string with our middle finger, and you can slide that up from anywhere. The rhythm's the same as well. On the 6th beat though, we're going to hit it and slide up 2 frets. So, and then go down to 10th fret. On the 4 beat, that's when we're going to stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And the second line of tab in total. And that's it for the lead solo guitar part. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song, and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here. Or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.